My name is Logan Dorix. I used to play guitar and sing in a band called the GBC.
My name's Danielle. I'm a student and I've gone to maybe a few shows in the Southern Maryland scene.
My name is Naomi Hurley. I am in the band Brothers Creeper.
So, I first started playing guitar when I was 13 years old. I had an instructor for like a year, and then after that, ever since then, pretty much I've been self-taught. I was lucky enough to have a really good instructor who taught me basically everything I needed to know to then go off on my own and start learning songs. So ever since then, since I was 13, I've been a musician. And what drives me to keep going and keep writing songs is I just get a just kind of intrinsic enjoyment, I guess, out of making something cool that starts off in my head and then transferring that to sounds and then recording that, putting it all together. Just the actual process of songwriting is fun.
So I come from a very musical family. My first instrument I started playing was the violin when I was like 8 years old. I moved on from violin to saxophone because of the anime Cowboy Bebop, and there was a character named Gren on there that played saxophone, and I was like, dang, this is cool, so I learned how to play the sax because of anime. And then from there, I picked up bass when I was like 12 years old. Yeah, so I've kind of been in music or playing music my whole life for a very long time. And as far as getting into this local scene, in the music scene around here, I think it was like 2016, so a couple years ago.
My band, my old band, the GBC, started playing together in, I guess we were like juniors in high school, so we were like 16-year-old kids, barely old enough to drive. We started getting together at our friend Matt's house. It was me, Tony Griffo, Chris McCrackis, and Matt Davis, and we played for about maybe 6 months, and by that point we had a couple of songs, and we figured that we were good enough to start playing little shows for our friends. So my first show was at my old house that I used to live at with my parents. I was fortunate enough to have very supportive parents who were super cool with the idea of us using their house for debauchery and destruction. So in my parents' living room, it was probably about 40 of our friends. We played, and one other band played that had some members in common with us, and it was really sick.
I think on the road to Boston, because it was such a long drive, I was putting in my headphones, listening to music, and I didn't have my headphone plugged in all the way, and I was like, oh, well, I love War and Women, I'm about to listen to War and Women, and so I start like blasting War and Women like in my phone, like, and it plays out loud, and Shauna, the lead singer of War and Women, was like, whoa, 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 like I'm not trying to listen to my own band right now, and I was like, I'm sorry, like I thought my headphones were plugged in, so it's kind of embarrassing, but it was really cool. I align, of course, very politically and socially with a lot of their ideas as well, so we had a lot of great conversations. Talked about a lot of movies. It was fun. It was cool.
I really wasn't into the local Southern Maryland scene until I was dating Logan, but that was my very first like real show that I didn't just like show up to and was like, oh, this is kind of weird, and then left. At this show, the cops showed up, and that's, I think, what makes the show kind of super interesting, is because I remember talking to Logan, and if I'm being quite honest, everyone at this show was high as a kite, including him, and Logan is talking to me, and I'm seeing two police officers walk into his backyard, and I'm like, Logan, and he's just looking right at me and talking, and I'm like, Logan, there are police at your house, the cops are here. And I think everybody that was smoking pot was like exiting the shed behind like the police officers. Like, I remember everyone that was smoking pot just bounced, and it was hilarious, and the cops show up, and Logan finally is like, what? And he turns around and he looks over his shoulder, and by that time his mom had come out, and he was like, oh, my mom's got it, like, we're all good. And the cops like didn't care. They were just like, there was a noise complaint, it's like a Friday or Saturday night or whatever it is. They were like, just turn it down in like 10 minutes or whatever. And we were like, cool, last band can play, we're good. So yeah, crazy, weird things happen. I don't know of any other shows where the cops showed up, but that one was definitely a memorable one for sure.
My favorite show I've played would probably be, I really liked, we opened up for the band Radkey at the Black Cat in DC, and they're getting some traction actually. I can't remember, they're on some festival right now with some pretty big name bands. But we opened up for Radkey a few months ago, I think it was, at the Black Cat in DC, and it was so much fun. It was a good time, yeah. Oh, actually, I say that, but I also really liked when we opened up for the Buttertones, too. That was a really good show. A lot of shows we've played in DC. I really enjoy playing in DC. So, yeah.
Definitely the most rewarding part is just playing your music and seeing kids just enjoying it and dancing around and having a good time. That was always the biggest part of the enjoyment for us, was we put a lot of effort into not just having our shows be like, come check us out. It was more like, come like enjoy yourself and just really have a good time with your friends, and just get away, come dance and sing with us in the woods. You know, we never played shows at bars or concert venues, although I'm sure that would be fun as well. It was always more of just playing shows at people's houses to share our music with a few friends and get to see them have a good time with each other. So I think that sense of community and just seeing these kids who come to every single show and being able to talk to them afterwards, and having other bands smack you on the back and tell you that you played a great set. Definitely the friendship and community was the best part of it.